All right, I'm ready to head out the door. I got a couple of serious things I got to talk to Johnny Rods about today. But before I do that, I wanted to touch on a couple of things. I've been getting a lot of criticism from so-called wrestling fans out there about my actions the past year or so. And I just want to say this. I alone have been the only voice out there who's been trying to save pro wrestling. You know, I'm going to take full credit for my countless emails out to whether it was the state senator, the attorney general, my city's mayor, about stopping self-mutilation in pro wrestling. And we all know the new direction that the WWE's taking. I'll take credit for that. A lot of people aren't aware out there. I was just told recently, because this is where this self-mutilation thing was getting out of hand. Now, I'm not going to name names, but I was told that there was somebody out there during the heyday of this extreme wrestling who wanted to be the first professional wrestler to be crucified. He wanted to be crucified. He literally wanted his hands and feet nailed to a cross. This is how far, it was getting disgusting. It was getting out of hand. And I was the only person who was going out there notifying everybody, telling everybody, and if I had to, and what I did was I was even standing outside Madison Square Garden, letting everybody know, making everybody aware of how out of hand this was getting, with all these young kids doing this backyard wrestling crap, hurting themselves. Imagine that. Somebody wanted to go out there and be crucified. That's how out of hand it was getting. And I was the only person with the coconuts to go out there and criticize this. I was the only person who wanted to put a stop to the sexual exploitation of women. You had these girls going out there on television, kissing each other, doing all these Playboy centerfold crap things. Now, you can see the new direction pro wrestling's taken. I take full credit for that, because I was the only person criticizing the actions and the exploitation of women. Nobody else had the coconuts to do it. Also, no, because nobody had the nerve. Nobody was man enough to criticize these wrestlers, whether they were retired or not. Their out-of-ring behavior, all the crap and the nonsense with alcohol and drugs and abusing women. Nobody was, look at my neck, man. My neck looks pretty good. Nobody was saying anything about it. I was the lone voice. So I was the only person out there trying to save pro wrestling. And what really ticks me off are all these wrestling websites, all right, who are always criticizing me, trying to make fun of me. Oh, Damian Demento, Phil was nothing but a jobber. He was a nobody. He's over there just trying to do stuff and to get attention. I'm the only person trying to save the business. And all these wrestling websites, all they were doing, they were constantly promoting and glorifying these actions. They do not love pro wrestling. They were just trying to take advantage of it. Because if you really love the business, if you really loved it, you would condemn those actions. Much the same way, because I was the only person doing it. But no, it's easy for everyone to say, just to condemn me, because they're saying that I'm just looking for attention. Now, I mean, truth be told, what I had to do was I had to prove to everybody by coming out of retirement that you could be an effective performer without doing those things which I was condemning. And I was able to prove that. I'm not a young kid. I'm 50 years old. I know you don't believe it, but I'm 50 years old. I'm in tremendous shape. Very intellectual. But most importantly, I'm a man of integrity. I'm a man of integrity, and then, you know what? And I got coconuts, because when I see something wrong, I'm going to point it out to you. So it's easy for everyone just to kind of sit back and criticize me, saying, oh, Phil, Damian Demento's just flapping his lips, trying to get attention. No, I'm trying to do something to save the business. Because the truth is, no one really cares about it. I'm the only one who really cares about it, and damn it, I had to come out of retirement to prove it. And that's what I did. And I take full credit, because you could see what the direction the business is taking. So it took somebody, it took an individual, me alone, somebody with integrity, somebody with character, to go out there and talk about these things, because nobody else, the truth is, nobody else had the nerve to do it. Whether or not they're under someone's thumb, whether or not they're on payroll and they don't want to jeopardize their job. But you know something? because when the guy who broke me into business respected the business. Ultimately, because I have self-respect, I respected the business, so I came out and condemned those things. And if you folks don't like it, you know what? You have to wake up in the mirror. You have to wake up in the morning and look in the mirror and say, are you the sellout? Are you just, are you the one who had to put your morals aside because you're getting a paycheck, and you didn't want to come out and talk about these things that were going on? You know something? I can wake up in the morning and say, when I do wake up, I wake up in the morning and I say, I'm okay with myself because I know I've been doing the right thing. And sometimes you gotta get the attention of everybody, and that's what I was doing. Whether it was through tongue-in-cheek comedy, whether or not it was through satire. Some of you people are just so stupid you can't figure it out. Whether or not I did it by ranting and raving, you know what? I garnered a lot of attention. I was able to do that on my own. I didn't need a multi-billion-dollar industry to do this. And hopefully, it's obvious. It's obvious that the industry listened to me, because you could see the direction it's going in. So I'm real happy. I'm real happy for those people that are being honored by being put into Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. I'm really happy for them. But you know something? I think I had more impact on the business. Me, the lone voice out there, I had more impact on the business because I cared about it. And it all stems from having self-respect. That's what it comes down to. And one hell of a neck. Look at the neck. Look. And the arms, too. Wow. Look at this, folks. Look at that. 50 years old. Unbelievable.